if we were to look at the entirety of Chomsky's statement, it reveals that not only is advertising's prime task to ensure that uninformed consumers make irrational choices, but in doing so, advertising is undermining market theories that are based on just the opposite. So, what are these market theories that advertising is supposedly undermining? Well, we know that our free markets are mainly based on Adam Smith's invisible hand theory, which states that if we leave all sellers and buyers to freely trade, we will end up with perfectly informed buyers who only buy products for the price they deem fitting, and sellers will only sell for the price they deem fitting. Accordingly, the invisible hand will magically allow the market to reach optimal prices that everyone is happy with. Sadly, the reality is far from what is written in theory, specifically in the case of what economists refer to as information asymmetry, as in when one of the sellers or buyers knows something about what is being sold that the other does not. And according to Noble Laureate in economics George Akerlof, this could have caused our markets to fail. How so? He proves his point with an illustration on the used car markets. Used cars are either defective lemons or high-quality peaches. In the used car market, only sellers know a peach from a lemon, and they will only sell a peach for its full value. Now, buyers can't tell each car from the other and will end up being unwilling to pay the full price of a peach if they're unsure it actually is a peach. So, buyers will end up taking some chances and paying a price lower than that of a peach, but a bit higher than a lemon, while sellers will no longer have an interest in selling peaches and would rather sell lemons at that bit of a higher price. This means that the market for used cars will end up being full of lemons, causing it to fail. In real life, such information asymmetry happens during almost 90% of our purchase decisions. According to neuroscientist Martin Lindstrom, we make 90% of our purchase decisions subconsciously. You see, we make around 10,000 decisions a day, and in a free market, most of these decisions are around what to buy. Therefore, there's no way we can be perfectly informed about each of these decisions. If 90% of purchase decisions are made with information asymmetry, then, according to our Nobel Laureate, 90% of markets ought to fail. So why haven't they? The answer is advertising and brand building. In the year 1760, we had an industrial revolution, pushing for sellers to manufacture at an unprecedented mass scale, meaning that now buyers are pushed to buy from mass producers that they do not know anything about. Such information asymmetry at such a mass scale should have pushed markets to fail. In comes the advertising industry with its first ad agency, established in 1786 by William Taylor in London, building brands as signals of love and trust through their communication, allowing buyers to trust the products without having to go through the agony of learning all their details, thus allowing sellers to be able to manufacture and sell good quality products. What I'm referring to as advertising is what other economics Nobel Prize recipients refer to as signaling. Michael Spence showcases the applications of signaling in the job market, where employers have asymmetry of information in regard to job applicants. Accordingly, job applicants invest heavily in signals that will help them stand out, in the form of paying high premiums to attend prestigious universities, even though such an education is often irrelevant for the job that they are applying for. It hasn't taken long for economists to come to the realization that advertising and brand building make the world easier and less stressful to navigate. For instance, no matter where in the world you might be, iconic brands such as Coca-Cola and McDonald's have made your purchase decisions not only easier and less stressful, but also joyful. After all, there's nothing better and simpler than an airport Big Mac. Car makers, tech innovators, FMCG manufacturers and service providers such as airlines, banks, and telecom operators would not be able to afford to provide high-quality offerings if their consumers were unwilling to pay their products full price. And without sufficient information, in the constant absence of consumers' motivation and/or ability to attain such information, consumers would have probably refused. It was the advertisers and brand builders who created signals of reassurances, inspiring people's trust and love for brands like Apple, Samsung, Mercedes, Emirates Airlines, McDonald's, and Dove. And this is how advertising basically saved our economies from the threat of constant information asymmetry between sellers and buyers, as told by economists and neuroscientists.